Hello, Yasmine.
Hi.
Welcome to this interview for Pål-Esben's book Beyond Psychology. And I'm very happy that you are sharing your story, which is quite a story to share, I have to say. Not that only you have one miracle, but you have 2 to 3 miracles to share. And if I didn't know you, I wouldn't believe it myself. I'm very, very happy that you are talking to us today.
Thank you.
So, can you tell us a little bit about your background, who you are, and what your profession is?
I am. I come from South America. I came to Norway about almost 30 years ago, and I have backgrounds from studies in the United States in hotel management, and then here in Norway as a nurse. Yes, I have 4 children, and they're grown-ups, beautiful, very talented. And I've been married for many years. I divorced, and now I'm living together with Jan Erik in Drammen in Norway. And it's a long way from when I was young till today. Yes,
And
definitely.
you are going to share with us important steps on that journey.
Yeah, I'll do my best.
Yes. So, what is your professional background?
As I said, management from the US and then nursing in Norway. Studied nursing in Norway, so I worked some years as a nurse. I still do sometimes, uh, not as much as I would like, but I work as much as my body allows me to do so. Mm.
What happened that you don't work as a nurse anymore?
I was that one's hard. I was hurt. I was at work, and one of my patients was.
He attacked you?
Yeah, he attacked me, and he used alcohol. So I got in. It was very painful for my body, and I got in a depression and anxiety. So I, in a way, cut myself out of the world. I got diagnosed PTSD, and I what I was offered was antidepressive, and for a while I took them, but I realized I just slept. I could sleep for days, 3 4 days in a row, just with one half of a pill. And I decided that that was not the life I wanted. I wanted to be with my kids. I wanted to share with them my life. So I started a desperate search for something that could give me that back.
Yeah. So, and what did you find on that path?
I found my teacher, Pål-Esben, and Rainbow Reiki. And to begin with, I have to say that I didn't believe in this. I thought that this was was not good. I thought that that was not going to do the trick. And but I went to my first course, Rainbow Reiki 1, and it was crazy because when I got the first treatment, I remember a friend of mine, and I'm married. She's a colleague today, a great girl, and she gave me the first treatment, and it was like my head was silent. It was no thoughts, nothing. It was peaceful, and for the first time in my life, I felt home. And then I said, "Oh, maybe it's something in this. Maybe it's something I could try anyways," because I was so hurt. My everything, just brushing my hair was painful. So I didn't. In that moment, I remember talking to Pål-Esben, and he told me that he could help me. He said that he could make my life better if I follow what he advised me. And I was so desperate, and I said, well, maybe I'll try. So my new adventure, as I call it, my life adventure started.
And what did change since you had almost no life quality anymore?
Yeah.
You were on heavy medication. I guess you were pretty desperate because you loved your job a lot, I
Yeah.
remember. And so what has changed when Pål-Esben started to work with you? What were the first steps to get out?
I remember the first steps was just opening the door of my house and getting out to the garden. And wow. And it took me 10 days. I remember opening the door and getting out, just walking the steps. And I had stopped driving, I had stopped shopping, everything. And after that was going to fetch the mail. And that took about a month. And of course, doing meditation, he said, you have to meditate. And I remember meditating with the Usui rules of life, the principles. And the one I used every time was just today, be thankful. And it took me 3 months to realize that I had a life. Meditating every day, and then started to listen to my children's laugh, to the laugh of we live close to school, and then just listening to the children laughing, and I said, wow, where have I been? The birds were singing, and after 3 months I started realizing that it was life around me. I dared to come out of the bed, because I was for the most laying in bed, and even it's kind of a shame to say it. I didn't even want to bathe or nothing. I was just existing. I was not living. So by doing what Pål-Esben told me to do, and doing the exercises every day, my life started changing, definitely.
And today you're fully back. You found your love in life.
Yes, I did.
And you have 4 children. They are now all grown up.
Yes, they are.
And you have one of the most touching stories when it comes to your children I have ever heard. It's actually a very heartbreaking story in the start, but you were able to turn it around to make something so beautiful out of it, and I find it so great that you share this with the world. This is a true gift. Do you want to tell us a little bit about this?
I'll try. I was 18 years when I got pregnant. Was living in the States, and I grew up as a very religious. My parents were very religious, and of course, getting pregnant and not being married, it was a shame, especially in South America. I'm 53, almost 53 years, and back at that time, that we're talking many years ago, people thought different. And my parents thought that they had a solution for the situation. So what they did was that they took the child away, and they raised it as not as my kid. And I could see him, but I couldn't be his mom.
So he grew up with your parents and
Yes.
thought you are his sister, but not his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was more like the aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And I was hard because it felt many things in me, like I felt that in a way I was told that you're not allowed to be a mom, you're not allowed to love your kid, and I had to treat him like he was my nephew and not my son, and that was very hard. And when I moved to Norway, then he stayed, and I wanted him so much beside me, but I couldn't have him.
What did you do to turn this completely around? You transformed the relationship to your son in a unbelievable way?
First, I have to accept that my parents did something wrong, something that I didn't want to do, because my parents were my parents and I love them. And then that got conflict with them, and I got bad relation with them. But then I learned something called Kansaya, the three rays meditation, and it's especially for the heart. And I started working with that every day.
So you did forgiveness work?
I did forgiveness. Yeah, I did forgiveness with my parents, with my son, with myself. Every day. It took me 6 months. But I'm very happy I did that for many reasons. Because today my son is living in Norway. I have a very nice relationship with him. And he now starts, he moved here for about 4 years ago. And now he starts calling me mom. And every time he calls me mom, it's like the world lightens. It's just amazing. And my relationship with my parents was very, very rocky. And today I have a very good relation to my mom. And I had a very good relation to my dad. And I was very happy about that. He died about 3 months ago. And it was peaceful being there and loving him and enjoying him. The last days, the relationship was just great. So I miss him a lot. And if somebody had told me you're going to miss your dad 6 years ago, 7 years ago, I would have said, no way. But definitely I do miss him. And I know it's because of Kansei and the forgiveness, definitely.
So you now have a totally peaceful situation in your family. You established a mother-son relationship to your son. He knows the truth. And you could fix the trauma, we could say.
Yes, definitely.
That's so beautiful.
I think so.
You have done a really good job, because I know you have been working very hard on that topic. You did a lot to grow out of that trauma and to heal it. And I know that you did all your homework and everything you have learned and put it into action. So this is really amazing. And I'm so happy that you found this happiness.
Yeah, me too. But I have to say also that it was not only doing the lectures or the lessons, as you said, but it also was the coaching. The coaching was very important, because I got the mirroring, saying and being able to ask both Pål-Esben and then after a while you for the mentoring, for the coaching, what do I need to do now, and daring to open myself, and together working together also with a psychologist that I went for almost 12 years, and my doctor. So also this and the reflection about everything that I was doing, that I think that is also very important.
Yes, a lot of pieces came together.
Yes.
And you seeked help for always a specialist that was needed.
Yes.
To do that.
Absolutely.
Yes. Beautiful. Thank you for sharing this. I know it's very touching, and it will touch a lot of people who watch this.
I just hope it would help them.
Yes, it will, definitely. So, talking about miracles in your life, Yasmine, we are not stopping here. I remember some years ago you had a medical condition that was bothering you, and you were able to solve that. And the doctor said, there's nothing we can do here, but you were able to make the unthinkable true. What happened?
Was about 35 years when the problem started, and I remember actually started after I gave birth to my last child, Sigurd. So I realized that I was losing my period, and I didn't understand why, because I was 35 years. And then I heard that it was a lot of premature missing of period in the family, I went to the doctor, and I got a condition saying that I was not supposed to have my period anymore, and that I needed estrogen. So I was taking estrogen daily. I couldn't stop. I had to take it daily. So I stopped seeing my period at the time of 35 years. And I was also using the 3 rays meditation, the level 1, and also the Kanseya for the second chakra, Sutiran, every day, using some stones that I were prepared especially for this situation daily. And after some months, my period came back. I had lived without my period for 7 years. So I got my period back. I was between 7 and 10 months or something. Then I got my period back till just some month ago. But this is normal. That now I'm almost 53, so it should go now. But I have no problems. I hear a lot of women say, "No, this age that I get the heats and I get this and I get that and I get dizzy." I feel nothing. It's just normal. Just went away. That's it. And
the miracle in this is, I remember you told me that the doctors took ultrasound and they said that your ovaries have been shrinking,
yes,
and almost vanished away, and this was the reason why you could not produce your own hormones anymore. And so with that diagnosis, it was, I guess, a big surprise for the doctor when he found out that you established a regular cycle again.
Yeah, it was definitely because that's true. The doctors said that they had shrunk, they were dried out, so I couldn't I couldn't see it any more. Period. And then when my period started coming back, the doctors were shocked, and then they said that maybe we did the wrong diagnosis. But that was their explanation. But I stopped using all these hormones and things like that. So it was because everything, it was dried. My mouth was dry, my eyes, everything was. So when I started doing the Kanseya, when I started working with not the Kanseya but the Sutiran and the 3 rays first level, when I started using that, everything started in a way coming back. My mouth was not so dry. My eyes were getting better. Even sometimes going to the toilet, it hurt because everything was so dry. So I could eliminate the hormones and anyway have a better humidity in the body.
And we all know that having a balanced hormone system matters a lot, how we feel,
yes,
that we have life energy, that we can be joyful in daily life. So how is your life today when you compare your journey? You have quite a long journey with Pål-Esben, right?
Yes.
You know him for some years now, and when you think back now, how you started, what your state was, and today, how is your life today? What has changed?
For first, I remember him telling me that he could improve my life about 30-40%. In that moment, it was crazy. So I tell him that he's a liar because he had helped me in 80%. I haven't managed to go back to work as I would like to, but I take I go sometimes and work in Oslo as a nurse. Sometimes I see my life now, and I see my relationship with my children, my relationship with my parents, moving out, daring to go off my house. Now I go traveling alone. I can be alone in open places, something that I couldn't do. So my life is definitely back, and I have no medications whatsoever, except for the thyroid. That's the only thing. Even that has diminished because I used a lot. Now I'm using very little. So my life it's just great. It's new friends, new activities. My quality life is there. Maybe I may not work as I wished, but I enjoy life. I wake up in the mornings, and I'm happy. I'm living with Eric. I'm happy. I have my children. I'm happy. I have my friends. I'm happy. I have you guys, and this it's just great. I have no other words.
Is there anything more you want to share? Is there any message for people who watch you now talking?
I would say that hope, it's a thing you should never lose. And of course, if you have the chance to read Pål-Esben's book, or take courses with Rainbow Reiki, just do it. If you want change in your life, this was my way and my experience, and many others that studied with me, and it works.
Where are you heading when you think about the future? What are your plans and what do you want to achieve?
I would definitely. I'm trying to have projects to work with people that have suffered the same, not exactly the same as me, but that have had problems with anxiety and depression. That's one of the things. In Rainbow Reiki, have we something that is called advanced metaphysical healing, for the column and the supportive the bone system, and I would love to do that. And maybe being inspired to write. So maybe, who knows, be a coach like you.
That would be beautiful.
Yes, I have many projects, and of course keeping enjoying life.
Yeah. And you already took a big step towards being even happier than you have been. You found a new love, and you turned around your life completely the last 2 years. And I'm happy to be part of that path.
I'm happy you are. Yes.
Yeah. So thank you very much.
Thanks to you.